I'm Dr. Malik. Today we will talk about an important topic, particularly what are the glycemic indices of various foods we are taking. That means what is the glycemic index of the food which we are consuming. For example, you have taken rice. So what is the glycemic index of it? That means after going into your abdomen, after going into your intestines, in how much time it is going to be converted into glucose. So almost all the foods, 90% of our foods are, whatever food you are consuming is converted to glucose in the intestines, in the small intestine, and then it is absorbed, So the conversion of food which you are taking into glucose in the intestines, the time taken is called glycemic index. Suppose you have a very big glycemic index, for example, white rice or sugar or glucose, they are converted into glucose very fast. White rice, our sugar or glucose or maybe watermelon, something like that. These things are converted to glucose very fast. So they have got high glycemic index. Foods like, for example, you take butter, you take yogurt, you take curd, you take curd, or you take some buttermilk, etc. These things, chicken or any other non-veg, they have got low glycemic index. That means they are going to get it converted into glucose in the small intestine slowly. So very important thing is, particularly high glycemic index foods, the foods which are going to be converted into glucose very fast, they have a high number. For example, low glycemic index foods like proteins, for example, you take chicken, you take mutton, you take butter, you take any other cheese, etc. They have low glycemic index, that is 55 or low. 55 or less than 55, it is low glycemic index. Low glycemic index are very good for diabetics and obese people. Diabetics and obesity people, low glycemic index are very usually for everyone. Low glycemic index foods are very good. 56 to 69, 55 or below is called low glycemic index. 56 to 69, it is called medium glycemic index. 70 to 100, it is called high glycemic index. In this category, we get white rice, potato, sugar, glucose, etc. all 70 to 100, that is high glycemic index. High glycemic index means they are converted into glucose in the small intestine very fast. They are going to be converted. The foods which have got high glycemic index, they get converted to glucose in the small intestine very fast, and they are going to be absorbed very fast. The problem with these foods is, once the food is converted to glucose in the small intestine very fast, the pancreas has to work like anything. It has to produce lot of insulin. So there will be hyperinsulinemia in the body. Insulin increases in the body, and your diabetic status will increase, and obesity also simultaneously. Diabetic status will increase, metabolic syndrome, hypertension, obesity, all are the causes. All are caused by this high glycemic index foods. So if you are already obese, if you are already a diabetic, you have to go for low glycemic index foods only. So here in our regular food intake, let's see what are the foods. For example, glucose. If you are taking glucose, 1 spoon of glucose, it directly gets absorbed in the small intestine. The glycemic index is 100 or even more. You are taking sugar, 1 spoon of sugar, sucrose, it is 70. The glycemic index is 70. It is also more. So anything more than 70 is very high. So fructose, this is there. Fructose is a sugar which is there usually in some fruits which are good. And there are high glycemic index fruits, low glycemic index fruits. High glycemic index fruits usually have fructose, and the glycemic index is only 18, very low, very low. And regarding the food items, rice, white rice has 75, brown rice has 70, wheat, bread which comes from wheat, it has got 75, roti which is made from wheat has got 65, chapati which is made from wheat is 55, corn flakes 80. So here very important is actually wheat per se, they have got nearly about 70 to 75. Rice is 75 and wheat is also 75. Whole wheat is also 75. So rice and wheat are almost same. Rice and wheat, their glycemic index is also almost same. But roti is 65, chapati is 55, corn flakes, most of the people take this as breakfast. It has got a very high glycemic index, 80. So it is very important. Think twice before eating corn flakes. And instant oats, most of the people take this as breakfast. It has got 75, definitely high glycemic index, dangerous. Okay. And rice noodles 55, it is okay. 55 is good. 55 is not bad. Rice noodles is 55. Milk, suppose you are taking milk which has got full fat, then it is 40. And if the fat is taken out, then it is 35. The fat is taken out, it is 35. Then come to ice cream. Ice cream is 55. But the problem with ice cream is it is high calorific value, high calorie values. So that is very important. But its glycemic index is only 55. Yogurt, curd is 40. Soya milk is 35. Soya milk has got a low glycemic index, 35. So honey, most of the diabetic people think we can take honey. No, honey has got 60. Its glycemic index is 60. Chocolate is 40. Though chocolate has got low glycemic index, it is high in calories. Popcorn is 65, not less. It is more, 65. Okay. And when you come to potato chips, it is 55. Potato French fries, it is 65. French fries potato, it is 65. It is important. So soft drinks, most of the soft drinks 60 to 70, but definitely not advised. Soft drinks are not advised. 60 to 70, definitely high calorific value and high calories, and as well as high glycemic index, 60 to 70. Millets are the best. See, millets, we should talk a little bit on millets. Nowadays, we are advising everybody to stop wheat, rice and take millets. The reason is high glycemic index and less fiber in wheat and rice, whereas millets has got high fiber, 9 to 12% fiber. Millets, they have got high fiber, 9 to 12% fiber, and their glycemic index lies from 40 to 55. What is 40 to 55? If it is unpolished millets, 40, highly polished millets, 55. So if it is better you take unpolished millets. Then come to potato. Potato has got very high glycemic index, 80. Sweet potato has got 65. Pumpkin 65. Beetroot 65. Plantain, that is green plantain, which you use for curries and all. Green plantain 55. Carrots 40. Peas and legumes, they are very safe. Only 15 to 25. Tomato and kheera, all these things, they are very safe. 15 to 20. Tomato or kheera, they have got usually used in salads. Kheera and tomato, they are usually used in salads. 15 to 20 is the usual glycemic index, very safe. Then so very safe to take peas, legumes, all these things, they have got more of protein, less of carbohydrate. So what happens is their glycemic index is more. So even in carbohydrates, there are fast absorbing carbohydrates, that is refined carbohydrates and crude carbohydrates. Okay, so glycemic index is not the same in all carbohydrates. In some carbohydrates like white rice, the glycemic index is more. In some carbohydrates like millets also have carbohydrates, but they have plenty of fiber, so they are not refined. They are plenty of fiber around, so their glycemic index comes down to 40 or 45 or maximum 50. So that's the thing. So pineapple has got the highest. Pineapple has got 60. It is one fruit which is not advised for diabetics and obese people or whatever it is. Pineapple has got 60, definitely high. And watermelon has got the highest, it is 75. Watermelon, which we think it is very, very safe, has got 75 is the glycemic index. Sapota, it has got only 55. Sapota is very safe. And apple, surprisingly, has only 35. Apple is one of the safest. And regarding apple, people say that apple is one fruit which stabilizes your gut bacteria, which is very good for your gut bacteria. That is, the bacteria which are there in your intestine, they are very happy with apple. So take one apple a day is a regular thing. 1 or 2 apples per day, it is very, very safe. And definitely the glycemic index is very low. The glycemic index of apple is only 35. Orange, it is 40. Banana, it is 50. Mango, it is 50. Dates, it is 40. Strawberry, peach, etc., 45. And sitafal, surprisingly, custard apple, surprisingly has got only 35. Only 35 is the glycemic index. This season is famous for custard apple, you can have it. So guava, any type of guava, it has got only 15 to 20 glycemic index. It is very, very safe. So these are the things. So usually we advise people to go for low glycemic index foods, so that the food after you consume, it should go to the intestine and slowly get converted to glucose over a period of time, so that there is time for the pancreas to produce insulin slowly, give some rest to the pancreas, and it don't land in high insulin stages, that is overwhelming insulin flowing in the body, high insulin in the body, very heavy amount of insulin in the body, and body